Welcome to the Good Vibration Show, the show for seniors, by seniors, featuring seniors. Hello, Jackie Bogue.
Hello, Diana Dagg, and welcome to our listeners.
Jackie, you know, I'm still so very sad that we lost Sam Neill last month. To me, he always came across as one of those iconic actors whom everybody loved, a truly decent, humble and gifted human being.
And he wrote a book about his life, which Judy O'Connor will review in today's segment of Behind the Words. I'm really looking forward to hearing this story.
Me too. And I'm also looking forward to hearing the music of the Doobie Brothers in Steve Ferreira's timepieces.
And Diana, I believe you've been chatting with Marco DeAngelis from Together 2 and Roselle about the intergenerational program and other initiatives that they run for seniors in that community centre.
That's right, Jackie. Marco has a lot to share with us. So we have another jam-packed Good Vibration show with the interests of seniors at the forefront, as always. Let's start with Steve Ferreira's timepieces.
Hey folks, welcome to this week's Timepieces. Tom Johnson, Patrick Simmons, Dave Sjogren, and John Hartman formed the Doobie Brothers in San Jose, California in 1970. The band went through personal changes through its lifespan, but vocalists and guitar players Tom Johnson and Patrick Simmons and drummer John Hartman remained solid throughout their first few years, the so-called Tom Johnson era. In December 1971, original bass player Sjogren was replaced by Tyrone Porter, and Michael Hossack was added as a second drummer. The addition of a second drummer became a defining feature, a percussive rolling groove that set them apart from other country rock bands. Not long after, Hossack was replaced by Keith Knudsen in September 1973, citing burnout from constant touring. Their signature sound at this time was defined by a distinct fusion of rootsy American styles, acoustic country rock, twin drummer funk, bluesy boogie, tight vocal harmonies, and West Coast warmth. All band members contributed to those tight vocal harmonies. Johnson's songwriting and rhythm guitar defined the era's biggest hits. Here's one of them.
Some might say, oh,
Listen to the music embodied an idealistic, upbeat California sound, sunny harmonies, open chord strumming, and feel-good grooves. Tom Johnson's energetic, riff-based style was the band's center of gravity. It became the band's first major hit. The staff of Billboard magazine considered it the Doobie Brothers' best song, saying that it ranks high in the pantheon of rock and roll feel-good hits and should get your foot tapping and bring a bit of a smile to your face. Listeners, I can only agree. Another song from the era, also written by Johnson, is Long Train Running. It was featured on the band's third album, The Captain and Me, from 1973. Released as a single, it became a hit, peaking at number 8 on the US Billboard Hot 100. Johnson performed the lead vocal and the rhythmic guitar strumming that propels the song and also performs the harmonica solo. Listeners, you'll recognize this from the opening bars. The Doobies were known for their flexibility in performing across numerous genres and clearly their vocal harmonies. The final song to this Part 1 tribute to the Doobies is one written and sang by the other lead Doobie brother, Patrick Simmons. It comes from the album What Were Once Vices Are Now Habits from 1974. It was Simmons' biggest hit of the Johnson era, swampy, playful, with that iconic a cappella breakdown. A lifelong aficionado of Delta blues, Simmons had first visited New Orleans for a 1971 Doobie Brothers gig. He said, "When I got down there, it was everything I had hoped it would be. The way of life and vibe really connected with me and the roots of my music. That song was Blackwater. and in March 1975 it became the first of the Doobie Brothers' 2 number-1 hit singles. Incidentally, the Blackwater is a tributary of the Roanoke River that runs through the southern states of Virginia and North Carolina in the United States. Get ready then for some funky Dixieland with Patrick Simmons and Blackwater.
Well, I built me her raft and she's ready for flow. Oh, Mississippi, she's calling my name. Catfish are jumping, that paddle wheel bumping. Blackwater keep rolling on past just the same. Oh, Blackwater, keep on rolling. Mississippi moon, won't you keep on shining on me? Oh, Blackwater, keep on rolling. Mississippi moon, won't you keep on shining on me? Oh, Blackwater, keep on rolling. Mississippi moon, won't you keep on shining on me? Yeah, keep on shining your light. Gonna make everything great. Mama gonna make everything alright. And I ain't got no worries, 'cause I ain't in no hurry at all. Well, if it rains, I don't care, don't make no difference to me. Just take that streetcar, let's go in uptown. Yeah, I like to hear some funky Dixieland and dance a honky tonk. And I'll be buying everybody drinks all around. Oh, Blackwater, keep on rolling. Mississippi moon, won't you keep on shining on me? Oh, Blackwater, keep on rolling. Mississippi moon, won't you keep on shining on me? Oh, Blackwater, keep on rolling. Mississippi moon, won't you keep on shining on me? Keep on shining your light. Gonna make everything, everything, gonna make everything alright. And I ain't got no worries, 'cause I ain't in no hurry at all. I like to hear some funky Dixieland, pretty mama, come and take me by the hand.
By the hand, take me by the hand. Pretty mama, come and dance with your daddy all night long.
I like to hear some funky Dixieland, pretty mama, come and take me by the hand.
By the hand, take me by the hand. Pretty mama, come and dance with your daddy all night long.
I like to hear some funky Dixieland, pretty mama, come and take me by the hand.
By the hand, take me by the hand. Pretty mama, come and dance with your daddy all night long.
I like to hear some funky Dixieland, pretty mama, come and take me by the hand.
By the hand, take me by the hand. Pretty mama, come and dance with your daddy all night long.
I like to hear some funky Dixieland, pretty mama, come and take me by the hand.
By the hand, take me by the hand. Pretty mama, come and dance with your daddy all night long.
I like to hear some
During the subsequent tour for that song and album, founding member Tom Johnson was diagnosed with stomach ulcers and his health crashed, forcing the band to cancel some shows and eventually causing Johnson to leave the tour. Needing a lead vocalist to finish the tour, Jeff Baxter, the guitarist from Steely Dan and now formerly a Doobie Brother, recommended Michael McDonald, who he had worked with on Steely Dan's Katy Lied album. McDonald joined the band for the rest of the tour and was surprised and delighted when he was invited to work on creating their next album. McDonald's involvement would ultimately change the band's sound, adding his strong R&B influence as the main songwriter on future albums. But listeners, more on that remarkable stylistic change in part 2 of the Doobie Brothers tribute. Enjoy the rest of the Good Vibrations show. Back to you, Jackie and Diana.
Thanks, Steve.
Next up in Behind the Words, we'll hear Judy O'Connor's review of Sam Neill's memoir.
Hello everyone, I'm Judy O'Connor, bringing you another episode of Behind the Words, where I look at a book I think you'll be interested in and talk about how it came to be written. And today I've selected Did I Ever Tell You This by New Zealand actor Sam Neill, who I'm sure our listeners will know sadly passed away a few weeks ago. There's been a lot of coverage about the many films he made, but not very much about this book. It's a memoir he wrote 4 years ago when he was diagnosed with blood cancer and underwent a series of vicious chemotherapy treatments. My world turned upside down, he tells us, and I wrote this as a form of therapy. Who is my audience, he asks. Me. I'm writing for myself. I'm crook. Time on my hands, time to think. The book is a collection of memories and anecdotes written in his inner city apartment, which had once been a suitcase factory, by the way, where he befriends the local Rosellas and mingles with strangers in cafes. It opens with a story about his daughter, Alina. When she was a little girl at school, the teacher went around the class asking everyone, "What does your mummy do? What does your daddy do?" "My daddy sits in caravans," she answered. Entirely accurate, writes the actor, who then reflects on a life spent on film sets, sitting in trailers, reading the paper, having cups of tea, waiting for the moment when someone comes and says, "We need you on set, Mr. Neill." He was born in Ireland in 1947 on the kitchen table, he tells us. The family moved to New Zealand when he was 7 years old. He went straight to boarding school, which he hated, and where he developed a stutter. Although he did get a part in a school play as a bridesmaid in The Pirates of Penzance, where he had to wear a girl's dress. He lived on a farm. There were pigs all around. Might explain why one of my best friends is a pig called Angelica. We've become like each other, grumpy, ugly, white-whiskered, and enjoy a good back scratch. He says he had no ambition. My life was like a driverless train, careering along. Someone would pull a lever and I would head somewhere else. For example, out of the blue, he received a phone call from James Mason. "You don't know me," he said, "but I watched my brilliant career and I think you're good. I'm sending you an air ticket. Come and stay with us in Switzerland." Sam dined at Charlie Chaplin's favourite restaurant and had his first taste of Burgundy, which some years later led him to setting up his famous Two Paddocks winery. More changes of direction followed, which led him to star in over 100 films, including The Dish, The Piano, Evil Angels, and of course Jurassic Park. He was 45 years old when he made that film. The book is sprinkled with countless famous names: Meryl Streep, Cate Blanchett, Jack Nicholson, Robin Williams. The list is endless. He even met Pope John Paul II. There is one very noticeable thing, however, missing from his memoir, and that is the slightest detail about his private or family life, including his 3-year relationship with Australian journalist Laura Tingle. He puts it this way: "It would be remiss not to mention how vital some women have been as friends, companions, and lovers. But remiss I am going to be. I don't need to embarrass them or me." And then he puts a big full stop. The book ends when Sam Neill receives a phone call to tell him that the experimental treatment he had opted for has worked and he is now in remission. "The experience has given me new perspectives. What is important and what is not. That at the end of the day, I don't matter really. Not really. I am a speck on a tin rock in a galaxy among billions of galaxies. But how grateful I am to have been that speck, if only for a tiny fleck in a limitless eternity." Rest in peace, Sam Neill.
Don't you love hearing Judy's take on stories and events? Great work, Judy.
And now, Diana, it's time to hear your interview about a range of activities for seniors offered by Together 2, previously known as Roselle Neighbourhood Centre.
Listeners, I have in the studio Marco DeAngelis, who's the Community Enterprise Manager at Together 2 in Darling Street, Rozelle. Today we'll be talking about the opportunities the Centre offers for seniors. Welcome, Marco, and thanks for joining us today. To start with, can you tell us a bit about Together 2?
Much appreciated. So we have we've been the Rozelle Neighbourhood Centre for about 40 years, supporting people throughout the inner west. And about 5-6 years ago, the NDIS component of our organisation spread throughout Sydney towards the wider Sydney metro area. And we found it a little unusual to be supporting clients, from being called the Rozelle Neighbourhood Centre, and we'd be on the Northern Beaches or down in southwest Sydney. So we rebranded as Together 2. However, the Rozelle Neighbourhood Centre remains at 754 Darling Street and is the hub of the community element of Together 2 currently.
I have to say I was so impressed when we chatted earlier, Marco, to hear about the huge range of programs Together 2 has to offer seniors. Is there a common purpose behind those programs?
Very much so. For us, it's very much about getting seniors out of their houses, socialising, connecting in different ways, and that means different things for different people. So we try and offer a variety of programs that can suit different people's needs. Some people want to really get their hands into something, where they're out, they're talking, they're digging, they're packing, doing things like that. Other people want more of a softer touch where they're just going to different social events and having access to different programs that just still bring them together with other people, but in a different way.
So you've got a range of programs to cater for all those different needs. And the first one that I'm thinking about is the intergenerational program. It's a free 4-week program Together 2's offering seniors at the Rozelle Centre. I have to say I participated recently in this program, and it was great fun for me and the other seniors who attended, as well as the kids. They seemed to be having a good time. There was lots to talk about and do with the 13-year-old young people who were involved. And it was capped off by us cooking a delicious stir-fry lunch together and eating it. So that was wonderful.
A couple of the seniors that click with a couple of the students, and for different reasons. Sometimes the senior might say, that he reminds me when I was his age, or
gorgeous.
The 14-year-old girl will say that that reminds me of my nana, things like that. But they just click, and it's really cool to see. When I started going out with my wife, we went out with her nana, and I had the best day in the world. And she was like, we came home and I was like, can we take your nana out again next week? And she was like, okay, why? And I didn't realise at the time, but it's because I didn't have that bond, or didn't have that ability to connect with people of that generation, and I loved it. And I think you see a lot of that now. There's a lot of, particularly in Rozelle, Balmain, you've got a lot of expats from Britain who only see their grandparents, once every few years, if that. So to be able to, mix and interact and also learn things from the older generation, it's really great to see how it works.
And then we all had such fun talking and laughing and surprising the kids about how poorly resourced we were when we were kids compared to them. And then after all the fun of connecting with each other for the morning, then we had the most delicious morning tea, Marco. Then we left with a whole delicious loaf of bread and a pastry. We could not have done better. It was fabulous. And I know that you've got another one coming up soon, and I'm just wondering what the date of that next intergenerational program is.
We run one per term at the moment, hoping to bring that to 2 per term next year.
Yeah.
But the next one starts on the 26th of August, and it's a 4-week program. It just takes about 2 hours or so every Wednesday morning. And one of the weeks we also bring in one of the local childcare kids. So you've actually got 3 generations of kids there.
Wow.
So you've got little 3 to 4 year olds, you've got your teenagers, and then you've got your seniors. And it's funny to see that sometimes you got the little 3 to 4 year olds run the show when you've got them there.
Glorious.
They can be quite bossy, but also cute at the same time.
Yeah, that sounds glorious. Who do people contact if they want to join the program?
Because the best way to contact is either email at hello@together2.org.au. That's together and then the number 2.org.au. Or you can always give us a call too on 02 9556 9500.
Who should they ask for?
They could ask for Ulika or myself. Ulika
Terrific.
runs the program, as well as myself, Marco. They've also got the socials as well, Together 2 on Facebook or Instagram. For all those tech-savvy seniors out there, they can they can always inquire that way.
Wonderful. Now, there are a number of other programs being offered for seniors as well, aren't there? I thought if I just name a couple that you might give us a little bit more detail and let us know if there are any specific dates coming up that are important for those. I'm looking at the Seniors Coffee Club, Marco.
So the Senior Coffee Club we run monthly, and that's just a little get-together in the afternoon. We once again organise food. We're not silly. We know how to get people there. We always provide a nice morning tea or afternoon tea, and that sets the tone for a nice afternoon. It's pretty relaxed. You meet some people, and we always have a different presenter that may present different helpful tips on aged care often. So there could be things about physiotherapy, could be things about aged care packages, things like that. So different presenters. The next one is on the 23rd of September. That's a Wednesday afternoon.
Fabulous. The Belvoir Theatre visits sound wonderful.
Belvoir's one of my favourites as well because I get to drive the bus and I get to enjoy the show. So it starts with a morning tea at a local cafe, and that is Thursday the 3rd of September. This time, the next one around. We do that about every 2 months. The cost is $20, but that includes morning tea at the cafe.
As well as the show.
As well as the show.
And
we
the
pick
travel.
you up, yes, and we take you there, and there's no other cost on the day.
You meet at Together Too?
No, we meet at the cafe of choice, so we let you know beforehand. We'll meet there. I pick you up in the bus after morning tea, drive to the Belvoir, you enjoy the show, and then we drop you back to Roselle.
That's fantastic.
You can't ask for more than that. For
no,
$20,
you can't.
can you?
And finally, amongst this whole huge smorgasbord of programs, I'm looking at the drop-in centre.
Yeah, so that's our community hub day, which we have. That's on the 3rd of September as well in the morning. What that is it's a barbecue lunch. We also give you a meal and a little treat, a nice home cooked meal and treat to get home. But it's just about getting together. We provide some services there that can help with the navigation through those programs. Things like Centrelink, Homes New South Wales. Help with EPA vouchers, electricity bills. We've got veterinary advice. We've got
a huge range.
Chiropractic, things like that. Just brings everyone together, and it's a nice, relaxing afternoon.
Fantastic. And the same contact details, obviously.
Exactly.
And in closing, Marco, I'm just wondering whether you can tell us what people say about Together Too and these programs for seniors.
Like I said before, it's all about connection. So for some people, particularly after retirement, some people can lack that little bit of connection in their life and that little bit of purpose. So we provide opportunity to engage. And like I said, it's in different ways.
And
so
you get good feedback on that.
Yeah, so there are volunteering opportunities, but even some of the intergenerational programs. Like we had, and one case that comes to mind was one of our seniors who was not doing great health-wise, but he started the program and he really got into it. He really clicked with one of the younger boys, and his physio, after about a month of going to the program, his physio noticed a sharp increase in his general health and well-being and enthusiasm. And he mentioned it to him, not knowing, he said to him, what have you been doing lately? And he purely put it down to coming to the Intergen program. So it
that
can
is
be
fantastic.
simple things like that, which, sound like they couldn't be true, but they really are. It just helps. That bit of connection can help mentally, can help,
Physically.
start take some upward steps,
Well, thank you, Marco, for all this information about Together Too and the range of programs for seniors. I was blown away by the huge range that were offered by this one Inner West institution. And a reminder, listeners, that the 4-week intergenerational program starts on the 26th of August, so you need to get cracking to contact Together Too. And Marco, a reminder about how people can get information about these programs for seniors at Together Too, Roselle. I know you told us. Tell us just one more time.
I'll tell you one more time. If your memory's like mine, it's good to hear things twice. Email is always hello@together2.org.au. Remember, that's together, then the number 2. You can call 02 9556 9500. Or you can catch us on our socials, Together Too, Facebook or Instagram.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for coming in.
It was an absolute pleasure. I had good fun.
Well, on that note, that's the end of today's show. Many thanks to everyone who contributed to making it another great show.
And to Inner West Council for their support, without which we wouldn't be here. Listeners, we'd love it if you'd like and follow us on Facebook, which is facebook.com/The Good Vibration Show. And we're on YouTube as well. Check it out.
But in the meantime, when it comes to good vibrations,
Remember to take them in and send them out.